Okay,
we're gonna set this video up. This guy's got the right idea.
Do you ever feel like we're living in a video game? The world is talking about Luigi Mangione, who allegedly shot a health insurance CEO a few days ago and was apprehended within the past 24 hours.
We now know the name, and we have a clear look at the face of the man whose search has captivated the nation over the last week. The suspected killer of United Healthcare CEO is now in custody. It's a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate, Luigi Mangione, charged with one count of second-degree murder.
One of the major talking points on social media is to do with how handsome this young man is considered to be. Even Ab, the fakeologist, says that his daughter thought the culprit was pretty cute.
The main thing that came out of this is my daughter came up to me and said, "Have you seen that cute guy that shot the guy in New York?" Yeah. So that's what came out of it. That's the promotion to the socials, that the shooter was really cute.
The more important element of the story is how many people seem to support Mangione's alleged cold-blooded killing of the health insurance CEO.
Well, that killing is drawing unexpected reaction on social media. Many people expressing support for the shooter. As Fox 11's Gina Silva reports, this has everything to do with the high cost of health care.
Nobody deserves to get on their way to work. Nobody deserves to get their healthcare claims denied either.
All over social media, people are posting how they feel about the victim.
Someone said thoughts and prayers and deductibles.
And the shooter in the United Healthcare murder case.
The assassin was super impressive, okay? We've never seen anything like this.
There are 112,000 laughing emoji reactions on a Facebook post from United Healthcare parent company to a man being...
Can I just say how strange it is that a laughing emoji is even brought up on a news program, but the news being surprised about this, but also interesting, are they feigning surprise? I don't know. But weird situation.
Murder on the sidewalk in Manhattan.
It almost seems as though we are witnessing a bubbling to the surface of some deep-seated resentment and hostility from the working and middle class towards the wealthy elite. And here's where things get interesting.
This becomes very funny, relating to Joker, Folie Adu. Very, very strange, especially since not a popular movie, but it comes together.
On October 4 of this year, Joker, Folie Adu, was released to mixed and often negative reviews. It was, of course, the sequel to the blockbuster hit of 2019, Joker, which grossed more than $1 billion at the box office. The 2019 film ended on what some perceived to be a high note, with a city on fire, and the underclass hunting down the elite, who were seen by many as the problem, for which there is one solution.
Hey, wait! You get what you fucking deserve. Oh, come on.
3 months prior to the release of the Joker sequel, Donald Trump was reportedly shot at by a lone gunman.
This part is interesting as well. I would have never thought of this, but I've also never seen movies going to talk about. But
on July 14, Trump was at that very time talking about the immigration numbers into America.
Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
I've never really paid attention to when this happened. Like what he was talking about, what was going on.
And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
There. That's crazy. It seems like assassinations are in season, but This part is very strange.
This is reminiscent of the speech being given by Robert.
It's not very reminiscent, too. I don't know what he's talking about there, but it is a speech by a politician, sure.
De Niro's character in the 2010 film Machete, right before an assassination attempt on his life.
Change the laws, open the doors, Red Rover, let the terrorists come over. The jingle jangle of pennies in your pocket because the scavengers, the leeches, the parasites are walking away with your money while you're left with the change. So I want to say one more thing. Who are you going to vote for?
Robert De Niro was also involved in the original Joker and told that he would get what he deserves.
This is where it kind of comes together and it kind of started to click, and not just a nut job video, although it probably is, but interesting how the whole theory comes together.
Call the police. Do what you fucking deserve.
Robert De Niro was involved in another assassination attempt.
Now this was really where I was like, oh, this Taxi Driver is a great movie and great reference for assassinations.
This time in Taxi Driver. But what does Robert De Niro have to do with the Luigi Mangione shooting story? Let's look at what Robert De Niro had to say about Donald Trump over the years.
It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
Now, from right here, I was like, you're losing me, because he's just talking badly about Trump. But I think the next line is where it really gets me, it comes together.
He was a clown in New York. They don't take him serious. He looks like a clown, acts like a clown. Mussolini, same thing. These guys, I don't know why, they look like clowns.
We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns.
When you think of clowns, and when you think of American capitalism, what comes to mind?
And what is it? I didn't guess this one, but still, it makes sense once he says it. And comes together even more mind-blowing.
I'll give you a hint.
So, wait a minute, let's build up.
In the clip.
I'm very superstitious.
Now let's consider where Luigi Mangione was reportedly sitting when captured by the police less than 24 hours ago.
Police arrested Mangione at a Pennsylvania McDonald's yesterday when an employee called authorities after recognizing him.
I'll share with you one more thing. This is what I posted on the JLB Discord server on December 6, when the name of the alleged killer was still unknown. The post is from a forum known as GLP, and I thought it insightful enough to be worth copying and sharing to gauge other people's opinions. The TLDR is that the poster on that GLP forum was suggesting that this world may be like a video game, where we have all been convinced by the bad guys that they are in fact the good guys, and it is wrong to kill because to kill might be to kill them. The poster was making an analogy between this world, where you and I live right now, and the world of Mario. I shared.
And that, everyone obviously, Luigi, it's kind of funny that that's his name, although it could be tied to some anti-Italian American discrimination, but still, the Mario thing doesn't really relate to clowns, but still kind of crazy.
That post on the JLB Discord server on December 6, the alleged culprit's name was not known until December 9. Now consider the name Luigi Mangione.
Luigi time! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I won! Luigi number one! Oh, Luigi win! Luigi number one!
Okay.
Wow, oh yeah! Luigi number one! Wow! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you!
Do you ever feel like we're living in one gigantic video game?
Personally, no. But still is an interesting hypothesis, I suppose, and kind of buys into predictive programming, all of this kind of, from Taxi Driver, Joker, Robert De Niro, video game, Luigi, it does, since the Sam bank run fraud, and who else had funny names? I feel like there were a bunch of funny names, or names that kind of felt a little on the nose for a while. That's a little weird. But also, it could be nominative determinism, it could be just another weird coincidence, but it still feels like reality rubbing its face in us.
One more piece of evidence which might help you to decide on this important matter. In the comments section, I'll leave links to Clowns on Trial, a 1-hour presentation, and Bad Dreams and Buried Secrets, a 3-part, 3-hour presentation.
I will have to
much more detail about the many
link
coincidences between Trump, clowns, De Niro, Joker, and other elements of important pop culture. Both presentations are available only to members of johnlebon.com. However, I will make them available to the free JLB.
Okay. That's it. But you can see if there's something else good. Well, I better end it after this.
A recurring trope in American politics, going back decades, is politicians, particularly Republican politicians, playing popular songs during their campaign events that are either by artists who are strongly opposed to that politician's political agenda, feature lyrics that have been wildly misinterpreted as being patriotic, fortunate son, or bold. One example that appears every election cycle and will never go away is Republicans playing Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA at rallies, apparently only ever listening to the lyrics of the chorus and ignoring the verses, which paint a much less patriotic picture.
What's that song say? Yes, I was born in the USA as well.
I was born there too, and their song speaks to me.
Meanwhile, I need an older song that's only made its way onto the GOP campaign playlist in the last couple of years, but is equally, if not more perplexing, is Donald Trump's use of the song YMCA by the Village People at seemingly every rally in the 2024 campaign cycle. Trump seems to genuinely enjoy the song, as well as the Village People's other hit, Macho Man. And who could blame him?
Yeah, they're both bangers.
But it's always struck a lot of people as odd that the default political party of choice for homophobes would give regular rotation to a song widely considered, going back decades, to be a gay anthem, about being gay and having gay sex with other gay men.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the Village People. Look at these guys. I guess back in the 70s, when people were less aware of gay culture, you could be forgiven for looking at this group of studs here and not having your gaydar instantly go off the charts. But even at the time, the fact that this was a disco group would have raised some eyebrows. And in the ensuing decades, it became increasingly difficult to pretend that a song like YMCA was entirely innocent and free of any innuendo. The opening verse is all about how a young man who's new in town with no place to stay and no money can visit a local YMCA and find many ways to have a good time.
Oh, we got the turkey for you. The turkey. Oh, yummy.
Has everything for young men to enjoy.
You want some more turkey? Oh, turkey, turkey, turkey. Okay. Oh, I dropped some. You don't mind. You don't mind. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, Papa, shake. There you go. Woo. And, ooh, don't eat it all in one bite. Well, I can't stop you. And cheese. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, it's right there. I dropped it. And, oh, turkey's hard to throw. Bad turkey thrower, aren't I? If life was a video game, you'd be winning, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Yes.
When it was a hit, Morale, who died of AIDS in 1991, recruited the band in New York gay clubs and via an ad which read, "Macho types wanted, must dance, and have a mustache." He dressed them as fantasy gay male archetypes, including a cowboy, leatherman, cop, Native American, and construction worker.
Anyways, we provide all this background up front, not just to provide important.
I wonder how the YMCA and the Village People would buy into the predictive programming. This one is the don't see it. I don't see it. There's some things where I see it, other things I don't see it. Most of the time I don't see it, but video made a good case. This video makes a decent case for YMCA being pretty good.
Context, but also to avoid being sued. Because this week, the guy who was the Village People's lead singer during the group's most successful period, and who co-wrote many of their biggest hits, including YMCA, not only denied that the song YMCA has anything to do with homosexuality, but also threatened to sue anyone who claims the song is a gay anthem.
Okay.
Here's CNN. The Village People's lyricist and lead singer has hit out at the false assumption that the band's biggest hit, YMCA, is a gay anthem. Victor Willis, who headed up the 1970s disco band and wrote the song with producer Jacques Morali, has taken to social media to insist that it was not written with the gay community in mind, and that those who suggest otherwise could soon face legal action. There's been a lot of talk, especially of late, that YMCA is somehow a gay anthem. Willis, who wrote the lyrics for the 1978 hit, said on Facebook on Monday, "As I've said numerous times in the past, this is a false assumption based on the fact that my writing partner is gay, and some, not all, of Village People were gay, and that the first Village People album was totally about gay life."
I mean, aside from all of that stuff, this song specifically was not. So, I mean, you would be mistaken.
Yeah.
Or assuming that this was a
You're
gay
connecting
anthem.
dots that aren't there. Yeah, there was like multiple gay things about the Village People, but it's honestly defamatory to make such
Honestly, we have
claims
the most
about
masculine shows around. Filled with dudes.
Yeah.
Every venue.
Just
mysteriously.
Just friends.
We never figured it out. We never figured out why.
You can hang out with all the boys.
Yeah. You know?
I guess our music was just too loud and too hard for the chicks.
Yeah, you look at a construction worker, a cop, you say, there you go. These guys are probably, I don't know, working on something.
Yeah.
Definitely
Real
not.
men's men up there.
The article continues. This assumption is also based on the fact that the YMCA was apparently being used as some sort of gay hangout, and since one of the writers was gay, and some of the Village People are gay, the song must be a message to gay people. To that, I say, once again, get your mind out of the gutter. It is not. The song from the band's third studio album, Cruisin'. Alright.
You know, driving around in your car.
Yeah,
just,
with the top down. It's
spending time out on the road. Cruising.
Yes.
Nothing gay about cruising.
Nope. The straightest thing you can do. The song from the band's third studio album, Cruisin', has spent years as an informal anthem of the LGBTQ community. But it has also been more recently embraced by Donald Trump, who's been playing it at presidential campaign rallies. A recent video posted online showed the president-elect dancing to the hit with Tesla CEO Elon Musk in Mar-a-Lago over Thanksgiving. Willis said that when writing the song, he had no idea that the YMCA was a hangout for gays. He said, "I therefore wrote YMCA about the things I knew about the Y in the urban areas of San Francisco, such as swimming, basketball, track, and cheap food and cheap rooms. And when I say hang out with all the boys, that is simply 1970s black slang for black guys hanging out together for sports, gambling, or whatever. There's nothing gay about that."
No.
So you hang a little dong in the locker room.
It's actually a straight anthem.
Yeah.
It's about just hanging out with the boys. No chicks allowed. No chicks nagging in your ear.
No, absolutely zero.
Guys' night.
Yep.
Guys' night at the YMCA. We're all getting pretty sweaty. Let's hit the showers.
It's a bold statement to make, especially 50 years later.
Yeah, you really held this one close to the chest for a long time.
Yeah, really let this one kind of just flap in the wind and get what you would assume was a lot of fandom and residual checks
Where'd our
from
remote?
actual gay men and gay clubs.
Well, it sounds like most of the residual checks now are coming less from the gay community who is
Okay, that's it. Done. I'm gonna go watch some HBO, which cannot be shown on here as I found out. But I hope you enjoyed the program. Get it? Program? Yeah.